Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Ida Lee, and this is my channel, Raw Emotions. I am a special needs parent who has a total care 9-year-old daughter. Essentially, we take care of her as she was a newborn. So it's my awareness with this channel to help the public understand what special needs families go through. You can't make a movie out of it. You can't put it on primetime TV. It's not funny. We can joke about it and we can laugh about it, but it's just not funny. And more awareness needs to be brought to attention. You can find me, on the street, in Kroger and say, hey, how's it going? I'm having a great day. Today is good. That's all you're going to get from me. If I were to actually go into detail and explain to you what actually goes on in a day, you'd probably run away screaming. That woman's crazy. She's insane. Nothing can happen like that in a day. It does. You're being pulled in 50 different directions on any given day. And it can be for anything. It can be for equipment. It can be for insurance. She's at school sick. Doctors are calling. There's always something. Always something. So with that being said, today I would like to talk to you about equipment because, yay, we got her equipment. It's almost like Christmas morning for us. She was able to get a lift, electric lift, that will lift her up and down from the bed. We can lift her from the bed and put her into a wheelchair. We can lift her up and put her into her bath seat. Lift her up from the floor. Put her back into bed. I mean, it's on wheels, so there's many different aspects of us moving her, which is needed. She is 40 pounds. She's only getting taller and heavier. I'm not getting any bigger, or muscler, working out. I don't know. You come help me lift dead weight, and you tell me how I can work out and get stronger all day, and then still have energy to work out. I think that's probably one of my favorite things. Oh yeah, just go work out. Listen here, honey. Those people who do CrossFit, I do that shit every day. I don't need to go work out. I meditate. I'll do yoga here and there. But no, I work out every day. The other thing that we got is an activity chair. It's a high-low chair, so you can raise and lower it to the height of a table. It goes all the way down to the ground, so she can sit with her legs, out in front of her. That is going to replace a lot of equipment for us, so I'm really excited for that. And it's on wheels, so we can wheel her from one room to the other. I should forewarn you, my 13-year-old has already approved and tested all of the equipment. He gets in it and plays with it for about an hour and good to go. So that's cute to see. And real quick off on the side note, I can remember being, golly, I had to be like 5 or 6, and I was in the local market with my grandma. And I can remember seeing a girl, older than I was, she had to be 12 or 13, and she could barely walk, and she was missing fingers, and she had these really thick glasses on, and her eyes, were just really big, and I just kept staring at her, and my grandma's, quit staring, quit. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with her? And she said, well, honey, God has special children, and she's one of them. And while my grandma did the best she could at that time, that's not the answer. When you see someone out in public who's different than you, who's in a wheelchair, and you have a question, go say hi. Don't ignore them. Don't turn your back, because they're people too. I love talking about her if somebody has a question. And I know sometimes people feel awkward in asking questions. I don't have any problem answering questions, and if it's a question I'm uncomfortable answering, I'm going to tell you. That's none of your business. It's no skin off my nose. So be kind. Be kind to anyone that you see that may need help. And is it going to take 2 seconds of your precious time to say, hey, what's up? How you doing? No. Give a smile. Open a door. Help your neighbor in with their groceries. It's not hard. And it's stuff that you feel good doing. It makes you feel pride, that I just helped her out, So back to the equipment. The other thing that we got was the bath chair, which does turn into a potty seat. And I'm super excited for this because she's using the potty seat. She is pooping and peeing at school. They do have her on a time schedule. So I do need to get with her teacher and find out, does she indicate, is she telling you, what is she doing? Is it just a time schedule? I know that she will go poop, let's say, before the time they put her on, and they'll go ahead and put her on, and she'll still go. So I know that, there's cognitively something going on there where she's associating, sitting down on the potty seat and going to the bathroom. So I'm excited to work with her on that. Where it's going to take us, I don't know. But let's see, You never know. You never know. So the lift and the bath seat were intended for a modified bathroom. And we are very fortunate with our downstairs bathroom. We have a 2-story house to be large enough to put a roll-in shower into. And what that means is there's no lip to collect the water. It's strictly a roll-in shower. And I had a couple, companies come out and give me some quotes, and $20,000, people, $20,000 is what we're looking at. And that's not with tile. That's all plastic. That was a little hard pill to swallow. And I said, okay, I'm ready. What do I got to do? And I got with her social worker at school. I got with a couple social workers at U of M in Ann Arbor, where we go to the hospital. Her social workers here, Children's Special Health and Consumer Services. I went to anybody and everybody I could possibly think of. 2 organizations. I found 2 organizations out of 3 weeks of calling, 10 to 15 different organizations a day. Michigan Major Project was able to donate $1,500, and another private foundation was able to donate $500, which is awesome. That gives me $2,000 towards a $20,000 bill. I don't have the energy to nickel and dime it. It's hard enough to find these organizations that do help. But if they're only able to do 5 and 1,000, how many am I going to need, to get this bathroom done? And then I need it all to come in at the same time. So yeah, do I want to fundraise? Not really. I've done that. I've done fundraisers for her for 7 years. Different therapies that I wanted to take her to and try, and that have worked. Or alternative doctors. The service dog. I did a GoFundMe for the service dog, and it's really hard to ask people for help and then to ask people for money. Why am I going to ask people for help when they're not coming to help, and then ask them for money? Now, I will say it's easier to donate money than it is to donate your time. But at the same time, I just don't want to do it. I want to be able to pay for this bathroom ourselves. The number one response I got was, hey, there's some low interest loan payments you can apply for, special needs. And, okay, you going to help me pay for it? No? What am I going to do then? Okay, well, appreciate that. So it's been very, very challenging. I was told, oh, there's tons of help out there. She's got multiple diagnoses. You can get this paid for. Yeah, no, there's no help. It's quite interesting. There's no help. We were told right from the beginning, the state encourages you to keep your children in your own home. And there's tons of help and resources available. We don't qualify for it. We don't qualify for anything, which I don't get. How much more severe do you want her to be? She doesn't have a trach. It's a breathing tube. They have to cut open the neck, and open the airways, and they put a little. I don't even know what they're called. We don't have them. We have friends that have them, and that's one thing I've never researched. I've never looked into. We don't have that. So it's like, how much more severe do you want her to be? She's already total care. We have a feeding tube. We're in and out of the hospital weekly. Come on, people. Come on, weekly. Do you know what that does to a person? Weekly? I want to say there was a period of maybe six months where we were in and out of the hospital almost every weekend. Every weekend. In the 9 years that she's been here, we have been in the hospital at least 300 times. If I had to guess, at least 300 times. No one should ever have to go through that. Are you kidding me? And then to be on the reciprocating side and having to participate in holding your child down while the medical team is inserting an IV. Holding your child down while they are drawing blood. Her skin is so tough and so hard. You can't get blood from her. Her best veins are right up here in her shoulders. On both sides of her shoulders, she has really good veins. They won't draw from her anymore up there. A lot of the rules are changing in the hospitals. They're bringing in physician's assistants more and more. They're bringing in assistants for every profession that's in the hospital. Before we could just go into the clinic and I could tell them what the issue was and say we need a nurse, who can draw on the veins in the shoulder. No problem. We don't have that option now. So I have to hold her down while they poke her, and they only get one try. One try, and they don't get it, we walk away. I don't care. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to me. It's just not fair. So equipment. Back to the equipment. We even have a van with a lift. And getting that van was extremely hard. So from my car accident, my van was totaled. And it was just a regular van, a regular Dodge Caravan, no lift. And we were, given the money to buy a replacement car. Okay. Well, she's in a wheelchair. And I've been lifting that wheelchair into my van daily. The wheelchair is over 100 pounds, okay? I can't do that anymore. I have a broken wrist. What am I supposed to do? So we were sitting on that money, waiting to get a van with a lift. Then we find out that the lifts are $20,000 on top of the cost of the van. So essentially, I have a $60,000 van that's used. It has almost 80,000 miles on it, and it's used. We had the option to get a electric lift, and we needed to put a little bit more money down, and we were unable to. And unfortunately, we could have had the help, but that person said no. And not understanding, she is only gifted 2 lifts her entire lifetime. 2. And each lift is $20,000. So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. I guess my point is, you just don't know. Everybody has a house that they live in, and we all peek through the windows, and we only see the outside appearance. We don't know what goes in someone else's lives. We don't know what goes in their house, their family dynamic. We take a guess, and then we judge. And I'm tired of being judged. I'm sick of it. And there's another reason for doing this channel. This is my voice. I need to get this out. People need to understand this is a lost community. We are going to need help our entire lives with her. It's not going away. And we're not alone. There are thousands of families struggling like we are. We don't have family support. I am so jealous of those families that do. You have no idea. When I see, we have a yearly conference that we go to for her, and to see these families come in, with grandma and grandpa and aunts and uncles, and it's just like, wow. How can you not be jealous and have your little pity party, I don't have anybody I can just call and say, hey, can you come watch her? I need to take a shower. Or I'm exhausted today. Can you come help watch her? I don't have that. I do have respite, which I had to fight tooth and nail for, and I'm going to have to fight tooth and nail for again this year. We had a really good group of girls that were working, and they're young. They have their dreams and their aspirations, and they move on. And like I said, I'm happy for people when they move on, and they're living their dreams. But at the same time, it's like, I'm stuck. I gotta find someone else. So we have all these hours that I can have people come in and help watch her, and help her learn how to feed herself, and learn, teach her, how to turn pages in a book. I have one respite worker right now, and I just found out that when you don't use these hours, you lose them. So it's going to be a fight. Everything is a fight. Nothing is easy. And all you got to do is pull her diagnoses. This is the thing I don't understand. All you have to do is look and see what her medical diagnoses are. And that speaks volumes right there. It blows my mind what more hoops we have to jump through as special needs parents. Like I said, we go in 50 different directions any given day. It's not easy. It's just not easy. And it's not fair. So with that said, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I've stumbled over my words a little bit. I've had to redo this a couple different times because I'm sitting outside freezing. When I get cold, my teeth start chattering. But I do thank you all for making it through. This is the longest video yet. But there's a lot. I've got a lot I want to say and a lot to talk about. And it's just slowly coming out. I hope you all have a great night and be kind. Thank you.